As a man, there's little else that you can do to signify to others that you are cool, collected, confident in your own skin than to practice really excellent body language. And that body language not only has the benefit of showing others who we are, but also has hidden effects that can actually alter the way you view yourself and your actions. So today we're going to be looking at 5 awesome masculine body language tips that help boost your confidence. Starting with number 1, and that is to use open body language. Now it's safe to say that open body language is pretty much equal to more confident body language. And open can just be characterized as relaxed, unguarded, and attentive. And people who practice open body language are typically seen as more friendly, more communicative, and generally more secure in and of themselves and confident in their own skin. Why does this occur? Well, if you stand openly with your chest out, your hands comfortably by your side, you're essentially showing everyone that you're ready and prepared for whatever the world and today has to throw at you. However, if you close yourself off and you guard yourself and you make yourself appear smaller, you tend to come across as either fearful, unfriendly, and simply more guarded. Openness in this way can also be characterized as your willingness to take up space. Alright, tip number 2 for more confident body language is to maintain eye contact. Probably one of the hardest things to learn and to practice is to look people in the eyes when you're speaking to them or they're speaking to you. After all, eye contact is pretty frightening and intimidating to a lot of people, and it actually has roots that go back way in our evolution, with evidence that we can see in primates. Way back then, eye contact was actually seen as more of a challenge than anything else, but it's kind of morphed into our modern society as something along the lines of a sign of respect, both to the person that you're talking to and to yourself. If you can maintain eye contact, you're essentially communicating that you're not a pushover, you have your own thoughts and opinions, but you're still willing to listen to what the other person has to say by giving them your full attention. And when it comes to women, men who maintain eye contact are generally seen as more confident, attractive, and mysterious. Alright, tip number 3 is to fake it until you make it. One of the most interesting things about body language is that it can affect the way you think. Most people believe that our thoughts are ultimately what control our actions, but this isn't always true. In some kind of reverse psychology sense, your actions can also control your thoughts or your mood patterns. For example, there's been a new controversial trend around body language that's popped up called power posing. Studies have seemed to show that people who power pose for even 30 seconds feel increased levels of competence and confidence. Other studies have even shown that it may improve testosterone and lower cortisol levels. And it just goes to show that oftentimes there has been old advice that people will tell you you should laugh when you cry, you should smile when you're sad, and you should stand proud if you're afraid. Sometimes doing the opposite of how you feel or mimicking the behaviors of someone you want to feel like is enough to boost your mood in that direction. Okay, tip number 4 is not going to be about something you should do, but rather something you should stop doing if you want to have better body language, and that is stopping the nervous gestures. Most people have one, if not multiple, nervous gestures. It's kind of something that we just adopt without really thinking about and don't really alter or affect our quality of life, but we may still want to get rid of them in order to show a super confident self to the outside world. So whether it's bouncing your leg, biting your nails or picking at your nail, clicking your pens, pacing around, or just generally fidgety movements, chances are you know what we're talking about. Now, nervous gestures usually happen as a response to stress, and even though they tend to be very small, and they can kind of indicate a lack of confidence in where we are, our position, or how we're feeling at that time. And most times stopping these behaviors is as simple as recognizing when you're doing them and just making the conscious decision not to, and practice that over and over again. You're not going to stop immediately because it's a habit. It'll happen whether you wanted to or you think about it or not. But when you can recognize when you do it, you can stop it. Now the last tip number 5, I wanted to give you guys in reference to social situations. Whether we know it or not, we're actually picking up lots of inverbal cues from the people that we speak to. For example, people who tend to face the person they're speaking to directly and make eye contact as they're speaking are seen as more charismatic, more confident, and more charming people. And that makes sense because giving someone your full attention is a form of flattery. It's like saying you are worthy of giving your attention to them, that they are worthy of mutual consideration and respect as well. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I give you this example. Have you ever been talking to someone who has been so kind of involved in something else, whether they're on their phone or they're distracted by something and they can't really have a decent conversation with you? It doesn't exactly feel all that respectful to you, does it? And it doesn't make you particularly want to converse with them in the future. So turning to face someone, even if you're among a group or a circle of people, and making eye contact when you're talking to the person that you're focusing on is a really simple but extremely effective way to improve your charisma in the group, as well as make you appear more confident to that person. So hopefully you guys like these 5 little quick tips on how to improve a masculine, confident image with body language. It doesn't just have to be social situations, it can be whether you sit alone at home at your desk if you work from home, practicing openness, or if you're amongst a group, you can practice facing someone or making eye contact. So if you guys like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Leave us a comment telling us which tip helped you the most or which one you find the most useful. We've got tons more videos coming out on this kind of men's lifestyle grooming channel that we've got going on, and you're not going to want to miss them. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.